Maybe I should get into crack. No, I'm kidding. Sobriety's better.
Oh my God. Okay, y'all.
Yo, guys.
What's up? We want to tell you that we are so glad you're here and we're going to have episodes dropping weekly. So please don't forget to like and subscribe and never miss an episode of Here for the Hang.
Yeah, guys, please like, subscribe. Thank you for watching. We're very grateful. And come hang out with us. These will, they'll get better, baby.
Yes.
And stay good.
Loves it. Killing it. As Paris says.
Paris.
The food is so good. And even if it's just like a food truck,
yeah,
it's amazing.
It's a foodie city. I really want to go back.
I ate my way through it. And I'm back. I've lived to tell the tale. What's up, y'all?
What's going on, guys?
Welcome to Here for the Hang podcast. I'm here with my co-host,
Bryan Agnew, here with Carlisle Forrester.
I'm Carlisle Forrester. We're in the house. I'm fresh from ACL.
Yeah. How was it? Was it amazing?
Oh my God. Like, amazing is just kind of not even a big enough word for it.
Yeah.
I can't say enough. First of all, I kept talking about going and I was just like, I'm going to ACL. I'm going to ACL. And people were like, what? Like, you tore your ACL? What's happening? Like, nobody knows what this festival is. Did you know what ACL is?
I know it's Austin city limits.
Yes.
But outside of that, I don't really know much.
Okay. So it's like their Coachella. It's like the Coachella of the South, if you will.
I did know that. So this is what happens. Yeah.
I love it.
When you smoke too much weed, you forget very simple things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a music festival.
That's why, a music festival.
I highly, highly recommend it. This is not my first ACL because I used to live in Austin.
Yeah, I know.
You know this.
Yeah.
I took a break from LA. I lived in Austin for a couple years, came back because I love LA.
Hell yeah.
I'm an LA girly. But I still have all the friends that live there.
Yeah.
So that means
you got to go
free
visit
place to stay during
ACL. During ACL.
Yeah. I mean, usually you can't get a hotel in Austin. It's like the city is covered up. And the lineup this year was insane.
So was there a specific artist you were like, I got to go see?
Yes.
Who was that?
So I went to go see, first of all, can I just show my shirt?
Yeah, let's see it.
These are all the bands. Okay.
Okay, dope.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Okay, but the big ones were not even who I went to see. The one that I went to see is like little bitty at the very bottom because they're my buddies. I went to go see a band called Nico Vega.
Okay.
Have you heard of Nico Vega?
I mean, I don't know why it sounds familiar.
Because of me, because you've been my friend forever and you probably remember.
You've plugged them and I just like it sunk in and then didn't.
Yeah. Like
were they amazing? Like
they were amazing. So I've been a fan of Nico Vega since their inception.
Okay.
And I used to, so one of my oldest friends in LA, Dan Epan, he's the drummer.
Dope.
And I used to date their tour manager.
Okay. All right.
And so I used to like go on tour with them whenever they were just a baby band,
That's
like
rad.
in a little tiny van, like rocking around the country. And I would like sell their merch for them.
No way.
Yes.
Dude, this is a whole chapter of your life I had no idea about.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
This is a whole, this is before we met, I guess. But I feel like you would remember me like going to the shows and posting about going to the shows because I've always been their biggest fan. But like them playing Austin City Limits is a huge deal. So I went for them.
Amazing.
I also went for a band that nobody has ever heard of. Who is one of the headliners. They are one of the big ones.
Okay.
Pretty Lights.
I have to admit, I have not heard of Pretty Lights.
Nobody has. You guys get on board with Pretty Lights.
I mean, what kind of music is it?
Bryan.
Is it EDM? Is it country?
It's EDM, but with a band.
Why did I feel EDM in the air when you said that?
It's insane.
Wait. Say it's EDM with what now?
With a full band. Like they have a guitar, a drummer, somebody mixing and sampling. And then there's like an electronic like guy composing it all together.
And I'm sure like the lights during the show are just epic.
The lights are insane.
Lots of lasers.
The bass is insane. The bass is like a wall of speakers that is just like, it's almost like being in a sound bath. Like it's like,
right.
Like you could listen to Pretty Lights on Spotify or whatever and like not get it at all. Like
Yeah.
you probably just listen to it and you're like, yeah, whatever. It's like house music. You have to see them live because this is what I realized, Bryan.
Yeah.
Just like stand up, like no two sets of Pretty Lights will ever be the same. They will never be the same. They mix different songs. They sample songs that you know.
It's like jazz, but with all really like high level electrical instruments.
Yes.
Some easier than others.
Visuals. It's like an experience.
Yeah. Totally.
I keep saying I had a spiritual.
Hitting all the senses.
Yes. I keep saying it was a spiritual experience, which I know. I'm sorry, but it was a spiritual experience.
Spiritual.
It was
like Burning Man meets Coachella.
I was like crying happy tears at one point, and I'm not kidding. You know I'm sober. Like I was the only person not on something around me.
But you felt amazing.
And I was like, this is amazing. Like I will never miss a Pretty Light show if it comes near me. I can't say enough. Like you have to go and then you'll be a fan. And I discovered them at Austin City Limits.
Okay.
Some other, I don't know. I've been countless times because I used to live there. And
yeah.
One of the other times I saw them and they had like a day set. Like kind of like Nico Vega, like they were like the little band.
Sure, yeah.
And I've been a fan since then, and now they're headlining. But this was the best part.
That's cool.
They headlined at the same time as Dua Lipa.
Oh.
Is it
Dua Lipa?
Dua Lipa?
Dua.
That sounds so old. Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa.
So you have this like
here from the Hang podcast. Check us out.
Thousands of people that had come like mainly to see her. And they just dispersed to that end of Zilker Park. And we're like, shit. Yes, go.
Yeah.
So there was actually room to like dance.
But people were into it before. Like they were like, hell yeah. And then it's Dua Lipa, you know, what are you going to do? Yeah.
They were competing stages. And so then the crowd thins and they go that way. And it's like, all right, well, here we go. More room.
Hell yeah.
More room for Carlisle.
That's cool though. I mean, to be with them, you know, when they started as a band to seeing them now headline is very, very cool.
Yeah. Are you talking about Nico Vega or Pretty Lights? Yeah.
Well,
Pretty Lights.
Pretty Lights, right? Because Nico Vega's still kind of working their way up a little bit.
Pretty Lights have probably been around before your girl discovered them. I don't know when they started.
Yeah.
But I feel like, I don't know. I just love like seeing a band grow and like being a fan through all of the years. And I also saw Teddy Swims.
How was that?
You pointed that out on my shirt. That's like country. I didn't know who he was.
Oh, you didn't know who Teddy Swims was?
I mean, I knew that one song, the one TikTok song or whatever.
I don't have TikTok.
That everybody
I don't know, man.
was into. I knew that one, but
he has a lot of good ones though.
It was great.
I can't name any of them off the top of my head, but for sure he's on radio.
He's amazing.
He is fantastic. He's an excellent singer. And he seems cool as hell.
Like, he has a very Austin vibe.
Yeah.
The tattoos, I will say this, Bryan.
Yeah.
I was the only person at this festival without a tattoo.
Really?
Like without a doubt. Really? I think if you just combed through the park, I would be the only one.
Dude, you slipped through.
The only sober one and the only one without
You're
tattoos.
the only non-tatted sober person at ACL.
It was so fun though. I can't recommend enough going to a music festival sober.
I've never done that.
And solo, because half of the day my friends didn't want to come because they live in Austin and they're not crazy. Like they don't want to go out in the 100-degree heat. And I was
it's
like,
still really hot there right now too, right?
It's like 100 degrees.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And so I flew in and I was like, there's no way that I'm missing Nico Vega, my friend's band. And they played at 1, which in Austin, that is like the dead of the day.
That's like that. The sun is at its highest point.
Yeah. It's the worst time to be outside. But I was like, I'm not missing this. And so I ventured off alone, which is like, I can't recommend that enough because whenever you go to a music festival, you know how you get swept up in what everybody wants to see and do. And it's like, this person wants to go to that stage. Yeah. This person wants to do that.
A lot of stimulus coming at you. It's like, you want to go do this and that. It's like, there's like a wave.
Anytime being in a group, you're just like pulled and then you're like, oh, well, okay, well, they're going this way. Fuck it. None of that. Whenever you're on your own,
you're good.
You just walk around. You just discover shit. I discovered this other band called Say She She.
Okay.
Say She She.
Say She She.
Never had heard of them before.
Was it like Say She She? Like,
I think the way they pronounce it is say she.
but is it SAY SHESHE?
Yes, yes,
Say
yes.
she.
Yeah.
Is it all one word?
It's 3 different words.
Okay, word. So yeah, say chi.
Okay, word.
Say she.
So say she is like,
say she.
what kind of music would you think that was?
EDM.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
Y'all.
Honestly, wait, let me get a real guess. Say she.
I mean, that's a good guess.
Is it a good guess?
Yeah, but it's
All right.
not. It's not EDM. So this one was, if In Vogue, dating myself a little bit here. If In Vogue was a funk band.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like funky.
I don't know, because you
with
did
harmonizing.
You said In Vogue, and
you're like,
my
I don't know
mind
who that
thought
is.
of Vogue the magazine. And then I remember we're talking about music, and then I was like, "Oh, that's not the right thing." And then you're like, "She sounds like that," and I just don't.
In
but
Vogue.
It's like probably one of those things. You hear songs, you'd recognize them.
In Vogue. Oh, what do they sing that you would know?
Is it like a good karaoke song they sing? Do you think?
Yes, but
Okay.
I don't have
My
the
bad,
voice for
Fernanda.
it.
This is a dead end.
Sorry,
I brought us
it's
here.
It's not a dead end.
Okay.
Hang on. What is the one? Oh, no, you're never gonna get it. Never gonna get it. Not this time. No, you're never gonna get it. My love.
Yes.
No, you're never gonna get it. Okay, that's In Vogue.
I know that song. Yes.
Yes,
okay.
of course you know that
How
song.
dare-
Everybody knows the song.
Everybody knows who In Vogue is.
So
Sorry.
In Vogue, picture that, but with like a funk, like boom, 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 boom.
That's dope.
Like,
you got the rhythm coming back from this.
I know. Listen, I've been in Austin all weekend.
I love it.
So they were like harmonizing ladies with
Okay.
a funk band, and then they would go off to do like a costume change or something.
Yeah.
And the guys would just like take over and like funk out for a
Oh
while.
my God, man.
I went live on Instagram for the first time ever.
I should have joined.
Got like 4 people.
Dude, if I would have saw
don't mean
it.
to brag, but check it out.
I don't got the Instagram notifications on, but if I would have saw you were
Don't sleep
live.
on my Instagram page, okay? It's Carlisle Forrester. Don't sleep on it. Sometimes I go live when I'm just jamming out at a music festival, and you can just enjoy that without even buying the ticket, y'all.
Yeah, the audio quality is going to be better on her phone live streaming than it is at the festival anyways.
I mean, it kind of is. I have the new iPhone, and like the recordings I took, people have been like, this sounds good. Like you could release this.
The new iPhones are nice with all of the technological equipment. Like the camera is incredible, the sound.
Yes.
Yeah, I fell for it too and got a new one.
Discovered another new band.
Which other one?
You ordered for this one?
Who?
Okay.
Yeah.
Khruangbin.
Khruangbin?
Never heard of them again.
Can we guess the spelling?
It's KH.
I would have been wrong already. Okay.
KHRUNGBIN or AN? What is the sound shirt?
You want me to play Where's Waldo with the band's name? Khruangbin? Oh, wait. Yeah. KHRUANGBIN. Khruangbin.
Okay.
I think you're saying that right.
They played. Well, I kept calling them crew bongin, and my friend was like, "That's not it. You stop trying to put a bong in everything. It's not crew bongin. It's Khruangbin." They played at Golden Hour, and that was amazing.
Was it good?
It's like instrumental, like not a lot of sing. Like you could just put this on throughout your house and like jam out.
Like no lyrics.
No lyrics. I like no lyrics because if there's lyrics, I'm like, oh, I can't sing along to this. I'm not into it.
Yeah, like people used to listen to just classical music. That was a huge thing for a while.
I love it.
I think it still is.
It was a huge thing for a while. Now it's done. Classical music is out unless you frequent 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
Because they play that. I don't know if people that don't live in big cities know that. They play classical music outside of 7-Eleven because homeless people hate classical music. Wait, you don't know this?
I've never noticed that.
Yes. Go to any of the 7-Elevens around here, around West Hollywood.
Really?
Classical music is blaring because they won't sleep there. They won't congregate there. Because seriously, because it makes your brain, classical music is meant to stimulate your brain and like make it go on these wild journeys.
Sleep.
you can't sleep, and like homeless people already have a lot of stuff. Sorry, unhoused people have a lot of crazy stuff going on in their brain, and the classical music like heightens it or something, and they don't want to deal with it, so they move along.
I feel like it used to be where, or like pediatricians are like, if you sleep with classical music on, your child might be more intelligent.
Oh, that's the thing.
But I guess when you get a little older, a little crazier, maybe you become unhoused.
Yeah.
It's not helpful anymore.
Yeah, that
like,
baby Mozart, isn't that a thing?
Baby Mozart. But it sounds like the classical music is like, you know, like you plug in one of those bug deterrers, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like it keeps them away.
Yeah.
So you're saying
it's like that for humans. I can't believe you didn't know this.
I'm going to like really go to a 7-Eleven tonight.
Go to the 7-Eleven right there on Fairfax and Hayward.
Or I guess they're always playing it.
Yeah. Day, night, whatever.
They got this from the CIA, probably.
It's a deterrent.
It's a tactic. Whoa. What else were we talking about? Okay, yeah. So
Okay.
Austin sounds amazing. You got great energy coming back from Austin.
Yes.
You know, not that you didn't have good energy before you left, but I feel like you seem very centered and just relaxed and chill.
You know what I do every day on my last day in Austin?
What do you do?
I go stand up paddle on Ladybird Lake. So, you know, Austin Lake, it has like different parts of it. There's like Lake Travis, which is like the big part of it. That's like where all the rich people live, like Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk and all them. They live on Lake Travis.
Okay.
Then if you're like closer in the city, that's Lake Austin.
Got it.
Then if you're like on the east side, like the less inhabited part is called Ladybird Lake. Ladybird Lake.
Yep.
And I think I got that right. Anyway.
That sounds right.
That's where I like to go and stand up paddle always on my last day, because it just like centers me before. Well, it used to be when I go there, it would center me after all like the partying and whatever.
How long were you there for?
I was only there for 4 days.
No. I'm sorry. How long were you there for when you lived there? Yeah.
Yeah, I guess this predates our friendship because so 2011 to 2015.
Okay, yeah.
I lived there. And then right when I moved back to LA is when I got the job at Casina Condesa.
Well, that makes sense because that's right when I moved to LA.
That's when we met.
Yeah.
So
I kicked off your second chapter in LA.
Yeah.
Cool.
LA part 2.
Awesome. I love Austin though, seriously. My wife and I play the Zillow game, which I don't know if you know what that is, but it's basically just looking at places that you'll never be able to afford.
I think you could.
Or places that you could afford, but it's just somewhere else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Austin's still a really good market, obviously. Lots of money in Austin. But if I was to, let's say, go to somewhere in Missoula, I could find a really nice home.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Several bedrooms.
But Austin is like
not a lot to do.
Austin's booming.
Oh, Austin is dope. This is my takeaway from it.
So cool.
Like I love it so much. You need to go back now for comedy.
100%.
Because Joe Rogan's Club is there.
The mothership, yeah.
The mothership.
Yep.
I've done the open mic there and bombed.
But was it cool at least?
They do this weird thing at the open mic where they turn all the lights up so that you can see the audience.
Oh.
And it's like a thing where they don't want you to do good because it's a lot of comics too, like waiting to go up.
Right.
And it's very cutthroat. Like they will not.
It seems like it's probably packed too.
It's always packed.
Yeah.
Like my friends wanted to go and get tickets and support me. And they were like, the open mic is sold out like 2 weeks before you're coming into town. And I was like, sorry, dude.
I went
but
there.
They have like.
Yeah, I went there in January.
Yeah.
And tried to get tickets well in advance. Yeah. We went and stopped by the bar, had a drink, but like couldn't get tickets to anything.
Can't get tickets to the show. It's all sold out. And then the open mic is like the line for it is several city blocks. And it's
wild.
Just
all and Kill Tony's probably the same
white
thing.
Dudes. I actually like was way in the back whenever I was in line and they came and they were like, hey, like, what's your name? And they kind of pulled me because I think I was one of like literally 4 girls in line in like a 4 city block radius. That's I'm not lying.
Wild.
Yeah.
When was this? When it like closer to when it opened?
This was like last year sometime whenever I went. And then I got booked on some real shows. Like I've done The Creek and the Cave and Sunset ATX is another good comedy club there.
They have a lot of them, right?
Austin people. Yeah, there's like a little handful there.
Yeah.
But yeah, this time was no comedy. I was just all about the festival.
Yeah, good.
And
sounds fun.
You know, in all my sobriety, I have to say, it's a better time to be sober at a music festival. I've gone drunk and I've gone sober, and the sober time is better. They have everything you need. They have sugar-free Red Bull. They have non-alcoholic beer,
which is actually delicious.
It's actually good.
It is good.
On a hot Texas day.
Good. Hell yeah! There's this German non-alcoholic beer. Completely forget what it's called. Red, white, and gold labeling. Really good.
There's there's a new one too called Athletic.
Okay.
Athletic Brewing Company, if y'all want to sponsor the pod. Because did you know that like it's good after a good workout to have beer? Actually, it like helps with the recovery process.
Is
like
it
if you're a
hops
runner, it's something about that. And like if you're a marathon runner, they say like drink beer the night before. Have you ever heard this?
I never heard that.
Not like a lot, but like one or two.
You know,
it like helps your run.
I could see it.
Yeah, and you're a runner.
I'm a runner. Yeah, I've ran 2 marathons and 2 half marathons. Yeah,
that is amazing. Dude, I didn't know you did 2. I thought you just did it one time.
No, I did twice.
Wow.
Twice, yeah, and brutal. But I'm still training kind of for nothing right now, but with every intention of running another one.
Well,
I love it.
The night before you run,
I've done one half marathon, 13.1 miles.
Okay.
And the night before, my brother-in-law, my sister, and my wife and I went to a brewery, and we had pizza and beer, and we probably had between us, I'm gonna go ahead and say 4 pitchers of beer.
Okay.
We were having a good time.
Yeah.
And then we went and stayed the night across the street from where the race was going to take place the next morning.
Mm-hmm.
Crashed, woke up, didn't eat anything, went, ran. The best time I would never even imagine. It would took me, like an hour and 47 minutes or something like that.
God, I can't imagine running for that long, dude.
Like
not stopping.
It was but it was like, I thought I was going to be not okay with the beer. The beer probably helped.
Do you take breaks? I don't understand this. Like in an hour. They got
water stations. You can stop and get some water.
Are you like jogging in place when you stop? Or are you like running by and grabbing it? Like
you're grabbing it, you're going, typically.
It's just a grab and go because you want that time to be good.
Yeah. It's, I love running. It's the most difficult thing and the best thing at the same time. But it bangs you up pretty good. Like, I mean, the last marathon I did, I was like, that's a wrap for a while. Like,
how long? So an hour, what did you say for the half marathon? You give us the time. What's the full marathon time?
Full marathon, it took me, the first year I did it, it took me 4 hours and 50 minutes.
Wait, 4 hours straight?
Painful.
Of running?
Yeah, for the most part. But then toward the end, I was walking because it hurt so bad, man. I'm telling you, it felt like at a certain point, every step I was taking felt a little bit like you were getting stabbed in the legs. Like it was awful.
And did you wrap up with a little tin foil blanket at the end?
You know I did. And I had a beer. But the following one, I shaved off 20 minutes. So it was like 4 hours and 30 minutes. My goal is to get under 4 hours. And my ultimate goal would be to qualify for like the Boston Marathon. But you got to have you have to be under 3 hours.
You got to be able to outrun that bomb.
That's the goal.
I'm sorry, that was...
Or zombie apocalypse. It's real. These things are, God forbid, but...
Wow. Anyway. I will say this is as close I've ever gotten to a marathon. Once I just stumbled upon the end of it in Venice, the LA Marathon. Yeah. And watching the end, like the finish line of a marathon, is very inspiring.
That's cool. Yeah.
It's an inspirational experience because people are crying. There's people crossing the finish line in wheelchairs. There's like one-legged people. I saw somebody dressed as Uncle Fester with a light bulb in his mouth. I don't know what that was about. Celebrity sighting. I saw Alanis Morissette.
Was she racing?
This is a dope day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No,
I think I love watching marathons.
Dude, it's fun.
But why do they have that little tinfoil blanket?
It's supposed to like insulate you, But why is it the same? The astronauts got the same kind of thing. It's like that material. You're like, oh, it keeps the body heat in. It's just like
because you're very hot at that point, or you're cold,
you're putting out a lot of sweat, and then you're stopping sweating,
and then you're stopping,
and you're stopping the heating.
So then you get freezing.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Especially for that long of time.
And then you're soaking wet.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
now you had a very different weekend this weekend than I had.
I did. Yeah. I went to our friend's wedding.
Yes.
And
should we not name the name since you're going to tell tales of debauchery?
Let's just not.
Let's just not.
But
that's
now
what
I feel like
weddings
we
are
should.
For.
It was so fun.
Yes.
It was so fun. Like
making memories.
Yeah. Like shout out Aaron. If you know Aaron, you know.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Alex and Aaron. Really.
Congrats.
If they know you, then these stories aren't fun for you, but it's okay.
And how many days were you hungover for?
So listen, we got in Friday, and immediately I had to go to the rehearsal dinner. I was a groomsman, and that was fun. But the crowd likes to turn up, and the drinks were flowing.
Yeah.
And
that's when everybody gives the toast, right? At the rehearsal dinner.
I feel like the mother of the bride
starts it.
Mother of the bride gave a toast. That is definitely what kicked it off.
That's what kicks off in my own experience.
Especially looking back,
from what I've seen.
But man, I was sipping on gin and sodas. That's been my go-to gin. Yeah,
classy.
Felt nice, and it was good. It was good.
Was this a destination wedding?
It was in Palm Springs.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love Palm Springs.
Everybody loves Palm Springs. And
it's
when you're
in
Palm Springs in the twilight of the hour, that gin and soda's feeling and sounded real good.
Yes.
And then you actually need a water, but you think there's water in the gin and soda.
Yeah, there is soda water. It's right there in the name.
It's on ice.
Yeah.
I'll keep drinking it.
Yeah.
And then you get to the end of the night, and the end of the night's actually really early because
the wedding's the next day.
People are leaving the welcome party early because everyone's a little toasty.
Right,
you know what I mean? Yeah, then the next day you roll into it. I don't know. I feel
early
I feel
wedding,
pretty good.
Late wedding. What time?
It was 4 p.m. was the ceremony.
Okay. And is there drinking leading up to that? Because I know the groomsmen usually have their little shenanigans.
We got together
starting early.
Yeah, the best man had put together a little beer pong tournament.
Okay.
So that I loved it. I'm here for it. But it wasn't like a crazy drinking as much as you would think it is. It was like, I don't know, just a few beers, I guess.
Okay.
I wish I wouldn't have said his name because now I'm just thinking we can edit that out.
Yeah, we can edit it out.
No, we don't gotta edit it out.
It was a crazy night. It was the opposite of me being drinking Red Bull and non-alcoholic beer and coffee.
It was the opposite of that. It wasn't even that crazy of a night. Listen, we met all of the relatives that came in.
Okay, and they were fun?
Yeah, I was emceeing. They had asked me to MC the wedding.
Oh,
the week
use your
before.
Comedic talents.
Yeah, get on the stage
they
here,
said,
buddy.
Bryan Agnew has something he's going to show us.
And I did.
And did you dazzle him?
My special purpose.
You did.
I felt pretty good about it. It was a good performance. I didn't write anything out, but it was heartfelt. It's all about them.
Yeah.
But anyway, the night before, the welcome drinks, all that, you're going around, you're meeting everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And, everyone had their own drink tickets and it was fun, and wrapped that, went the next day. It's all kind of hazy is the problem, Carlisle.
Well, yeah,
that's the thing about drinking.
You did push our recording, so I knew something was up because we were about to be here for the hung.
The fully hung. Here's
which is okay. We want you at 100%. We want 100% Agnew.
You know what I love about it is you saw right through it.
Of course,
I knew
did.
You would.
Who are you talking to?
I know, but it was one of those things where I was looking up YouTube videos of quitting drinking.
Yeah.
Right at that Sunday driving home, and then also that Monday. That was too much for me.
It's a lot.
The
wedding led me to my bottom.
Was it a wedding?
Yeah.
Was it?
My brother's.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, are we talking about that? There's the tea. God damn.
I mean, and it's not even like that.
But by the way, I just want to say before you even it was a good time.
Yeah.
But I'm good.
You're good for a minute.
I'm not drinking till the end of the year.
Okay.
If at all.
All right.
I'm also not going to smoke.
Hey.
I'm taking the path of sobriety. We talked about this.
Yeah.
Of giving it a go for a while and seeing what happens.
Give it a go.
Anyway, I'm sorry. To your story.
No. Is there anything debaucherous that you can let on that happened? As far as anything any other people did, and you won't have to say their name? Like, what was the that you saw?
The craziest thing that I saw while I was there,
Debauchery wise.
I mean, listen, it was a beautiful ceremony. At one point, the dog was running as the groom. They had the dogs. They have 2 dogs, very funny dogs, and they had them in their little bride and groom outfits.
Oh, I love when they do that.
Very cute. Someone forgot the leash. It was probably one of the groomsmen. Who knows? It wasn't my responsibility. Okay. And one of the dogs the groom gets up there and he goes, and then the dog chases him.
Because that's his dad.
Get the dog. Yeah, you gotta get the dog.
He's like, where are you going?
Everyone handled it with grace, but there was a loose dog running around for a second.
Listen, you gotta
have. But the wedding coordinator's stressed, and I'm seeing all the bridesmaids stressed, and I'm just like, well, I'm not walking out there to fix it. I gotta make my intro.
Right.
I got someone I gotta fucking.
It's fine though. Everybody, you need like some bloopers to happen to like lighten the mood.
It was
everybody
awesome,
laughs at.
dude. Yeah, I mean, it was hot as hell. I sweat through my shirt completely.
Yes.
Literally drenched.
It's Palm Springs.
To be expected.
Yeah.
That time of year.
You just lose your shirt.
Everyone kept it cool.
Okay.
Like truly, as cool as it could have been kept. No.
This is sounding more and more cryptic.
I know, and that's what sounds so bad. Yeah, but I mean, it was fun.
As cool as it could have been kept.
That's what we're going with.
That's the story, and we're sticking to it.
That's the story.
No, mine was just. I mean, luckily, I didn't cause any disturbances like during the actual wedding. But I will say that rehearsal dinner is where it all kicks off because being like the brother. So my brother was the groom. And so the rehearsal dinner was like our part, that's the one that like the groom's family throws and all that. And then we do the toast. And so as far as I was concerned, it was like, did my speech, said my things, like that went great. I'm done.
Totally.
Time to start drinking.
Yeah.
And then that was so fun that I just like couldn't let that go and ended up staying up pretty much until the sun was coming up.
Oh, wow.
And it was what you forget whenever you're partying at the rehearsal dinner is the wedding is the next day. So That's felt horrible. Like when I tell you horrible, like to my core. And as a girl, see, you don't have to do these things as a guy. As a girl, I was a bridesmaid. I had hair and makeup. It started at 9 a.m.
No, I've seen it. I've seen it in action.
I had scarcely more than a catnap's
Lots
worth
of responsibility.
of rest.
Yeah.
And I'm due to sit in this makeup chair and like just have these like Mississippi glam people trying to like do things to me. And like the makeup artist was saying stuff like, honey, I'm trying to get your lashes in, but you got to stop crying. I was like, I'm sorry, Brandy. Everybody has like some weird Southern name. Sorry, no offense to any Brandys out there, but there's a lot in Mississippi. Brandy. And I do think this girl's name was that. And I was just like, I'm really trying to stop crying, but I can't.
Were you really crying?
Your eyes, well, it was a mixture of both.
Yeah.
Whenever you're like so hung that your eyes are just like involuntarily watering.
Yes.
Because you just haven't slept and like your body's just like pushing out toxins. It was like half that. Mm-hmm. And then I would like realize why that was happening and then feel the guilt and shame of that. And then I would start crying.
See.
So it was like a cycle.
And were you drunk still at the point, or was it more like hangxiety? Because I feel like the hangxiety, it's what got me this last time. It wasn't even so much.
It's always the anxiety.
The drinking. It was that hangover, but also the just anxiety that came from it.
Yeah.
Like, and where does it come from? It's like you were drinking too much.
Exactly. It's like a very chemical reaction, but then you're beating yourself up and you're saying all the worst things. And it's like, well, no, you just had like an endless flow of serotonin and now it's gone and it's depleted. And so what goes up must come down. Yeah. It's like you can eat and eat and eat and eat, but like at the end of the meal, you got to pay the check.
Right.
Like that's just is the rule of life. And so I couldn't drink on the wedding day.
Okay.
Like I couldn't. I kept trying different things. I was like, maybe a beer. No. Maybe a champagne. No. Maybe a wine. Like it was just like trying to find that like just brew of that concoction that was going to make me feel better. And the answer was there was none. There was nothing.
Yeah, but so that was the last time then.
No, that wasn't the last time.
Okay. All right.
That was like, if you would call like my bottom was like a river flowing, I would say that was like the put-in point. That was like the descent into the river that led. It was like a chain reaction of things after that.
It was like the sea floor started going and sloping like more and more as time went on.
Yes.
More water.
Yes.
Sorry, I was just visualizing for myself.
We talk about sobriety so much. People are going to think the hang does stand for hangover, and it does not. I'm here to tell you, sorry we get off on this topic so much, but I just want to say, full circle moment, cut to me being at Aussie City Limits.
Yeah.
And just feeling like the most amazing version of myself because now I'm sober. And I can't like tell people enough, go to music festivals and don't party, don't drink. Because this is the thing, like usually you're drinking to make something better, to stimulate you.
Yeah.
But you don't need all that crap at a music festival because the stimulation is right there. It's on stage. I was outside. I was in Austin. Like, now everything's like about Instagram. So they have all these fun, like interactive things to go do. Like there's no shortage of stimulation.
Right.
So the drinking is actually taking you away from all the stuff. Cause like I noticed like, my friends, they'd have to go stand in line and I'd be like, okay, I'm cool. Like I'm going to keep listening to the music, whatever. And like, I really noticed the freedom in that, like not being tied to something, not like looking for the next drink or looking for the next thing or like, oh, we need to take this drug at this time so that it's hitting whenever this person goes on stage. Like none of that.
Yeah.
It's just like this freedom that you have. And again, I know I said it earlier, but like, don't be afraid to go to shit alone because the moments that I was like with the group, it kind of took me out of it. Like the most fun I had was walking around by myself. Honest to God, like just being on my own trail and like and I did have some do's and don'ts.
Okay.
That I wanted to share with our audience, just like festival tricks.
Okay. Festival tips and tricks.
Okay. First of all, I don't know if you guys saw like the massive crowd or just picture any music festival, the massive crowds, like the front row.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think it's amazing and all that, but like, what if you have to pee?
Awful.
You can't leave. Like to get the front row, you have to get there in such an ample amount of time. Then you're stuck. You can't pee. Oh. I say you want to be a little further back. And here's a pro tip. You want to be close to where that middle like audio engineer station is. In the middle of the crowd, you'll always see like that's where the audio engineer is.
Right.
I used to date one, so I know this.
Yeah.
The sound is always better there because he's hearing it. Like that's where, so you want to stand like to the side of that thing if you can. Not the front row. It's like great if you want to try and touch like Chapel Roan or whatever. I don't know if you saw, but like I didn't even go that night. Leave this one for the kids.
Yeah.
It was like the biggest crowd they've ever had.
Really?
It was the whole field was just taken over for her. Like nobody even had a chance.
Damn.
There were other bands on stage, but like people were standing in front of their stages pointed that way. It was like the whole entire festival just people are very into Chapel Roan.
I've noticed that.
Go off.
It's insane.
She's great. I like 2 songs. But it just for me, you want to be in that center spot. That is the sweet spot.
Yeah. That's where you buy the tickets.
Yes. Well, if it's usually, this was GA. So you just got to like get your camp. You got to like find it.
Yeah.
Claim your space. And also in the same vein of claiming your space, a ponytail is key. You can't do this, Bryan.
I can't.
But maybe your wife can do this for y'all.
Yeah.
When you have a ponytail and you're rocking around, okay, you can claim your own space so that nobody can like come up on you.
You can like swing it around.
You're like, if they get too
flip.
close, you just give them one of these and like space is claimed.
That's awesome.
You have to.
That's a huge pro tip.
People
I feel
will
like.
crowd you. Like big dudes will like come up and girls, and it's too much. It's like, no, this is my area. I'm doing this. And you just give them one of those moves. I mean, your wife's a dancer.
Oh, yeah.
So she can incorporate this next time y'all go to a concert.
I've seen her do the hair flip a time or two.
You got to claim your space.
You know, I also feel like maybe I should just grow my hair out longer and do it.
You could do the man bun.
Like yeah, man bun.
Yeah.
Redheaded man bun would be kind of dope.
Ginger man bun.
Ginger man bun.
New comedy special title for you. I did.
That sounds awesome though. Like truly sounds cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see I did see some cute guys there.
Okay.
I got a mixed signal.
On the prowl?
On the prowl. Well, this is the thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you what you thought of this. If you saw a guy wearing a hat that said, "Whiskey makes me frisky."
Yeah.
Would you think that guy was gay or straight?
Gay. You too?
I think so too.
Yeah.
And Sandra and I, my friend that I was there with, we were like, I mean, he's clearly the cutest one like in this crowd. But hat, I don't know. I think there's a reason he's not looking our way.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Was it a crowd full of just dudes?
I mean, there's a lot of like, you know, the tech industry is booming there in Austin. So there's a lot of what we call like tech.
Like a nerdy kind of.
Yeah, like he looked like Clark Kent, but like with the glasses and everything, but like in a hat that said that.
Like nerdy.
It's giving gay,
Metro
right? Which
cowboys.
is fine with that. But you have to like, the thing in Austin is there's just like so many tech frat daddies running around.
Are there?
You know, and I don't know if you're offended by the term frat daddy because you weren't a frat.
I was never in a frat.
Wait, you weren't in a frat?
No, I feel like I have a face that looks like it was in a frat.
You have a frat daddy face.
I was not in a frat.
You are absolutely what I would call a frat daddy.
I gotta be honest. I think I stepped in. So I think I only ever went into a frat once.
What?
Yeah, because I wasn't friends with a lot of frat.
I've been in a frat more than you.
I know. And by the way, I'd expect it.
Listen,
I'm kidding.
In Oxford, Mississippi, which is where I grew up.
No, it's different in the South.
It's different because you're going to frat parties in like high school there because it's a college town and that's like where everybody would go to be like, oh, the Sigma News are having a party tonight and Afro Man is the musical, is the band. Yeah. Do you even know Afro Man?
Yeah. I know who that is. Yeah.
Too deep of a reference.
No, that one I got.
Okay. Well, I remember specifically like we would be going to frat parties for the band.
Yeah.
That's what we would tell our parents and that's why we were allowed to go. But it was a very common thing. And you're telling me you did this once in college?
I'm telling you, man, I lived in Washington and like in the greater Seattle area. Okay. And I went to a junior college right out of high school. So there was no everything Greek related is at like the University of Washington or further away. Like
right. But I feel like the community colleges still go and party.
They do. I had friends that went to the college like UW. I eventually ended up going there, but like everyone that I knew there like had been renting or some like many roommates in a house that was near Greek Row. Yeah. But it was never like that for whatever reason. I don't know.
Okay.
I think I only ever really went to one frat party, like a true frat party.
What a dork.
I was a little bit of a dork. I'm an outlier though, dude. I don't need to do all that shit. I worked at a company that was filled with all people that went to Greek, like were in sororities or frats and God bless them. But a sheep is a sheep.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a little group thinky, and that's why I never really got into it because I'm like, I'm not like I'm not doing your chants. This isn't Eyes Wide Shut. You're not making me do weird shit, like you know.
Well, that's why I didn't want to go to Ole Miss because it's just so
it would be cool to observe now.
Oh yeah, now you'd love it.
Yeah. I was also worried about getting bullied. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Why? Because of your ginger man bun?
The ginger man bun might like throw it off. You know, young 19, 20-year-old Bryan rocking the ginger man bun, wearing an Argyle sweatshirt.
I see it. I mean, I just look at you and I was just like, yeah, he's probably like a Kappa Sig.
I got that face.
You got the Kappa Sig face.
Listen,
I don't even know if that's one of them.
Nothing against frat bros. Nothing against,
Frat daddy.
Frat daddy. What was the difference?
That's just
that's like the leader of the. Oh.
But I guess maybe daddy is an older term, so it's like what the frat guys are now that they're grown, which is a lot of that in Austin. Right. Just go to Rainy Street. Right. Okay, I've talked so much about Austin, and I'm sorry that I hijacked it, but it's just kind of like coming out of me, and I had the best weekend.
No, it's good.
And I know you did too.
I had a great weekend.
But I think we are out of time today.
We're out of time today, but
we covered some good stuff. I think we did.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it too. Y'all are here with us. Please like and subscribe. We have some more guests coming up. We're not always going to have a guest because, as you can see, we always have a lot to catch up on and talk about. And basically, we're just here for the hang.
Just here hanging.
Just here for it.
Thanks for checking us out.
And we're glad that y'all are too. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.